Good morning.
Hi,
Hi.
just three of us? Where is everyone?
The snow flies and everyone forgets how to work.
Hmm, it's a good excuse to work.
I agree.
Yeah, I put my little back massager on while I'm in these meetings. That's why I turn my audio off.
Did everyone have a good weekend?
So my open house was awful.
Oh,
I got no one. So, boo. I got more traction from my video, my open house thing.
there you go.
There was that. Anyway, yes, that's why I have my back thing on. I was going to pick up my sign and I wiped out, completely wiped out on the sidewalk.
Oh
Like I
no.
had decent boots on. I just hit, I guess, a icy patch, but it was like one of those banana peel falls. My feet like this, and then I went like this, and then anyway, I didn't hurt myself. It was just more funny than anything.
Well, yeah, I saw your video. I was driving in my neighborhood and saw the open house signs just covered in snow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I remember many times walking by people's open house signs and seeing them snow covered, and I always wipe them off, thinking maybe somebody will do that for me.
Yeah.
Maybe they will someday, but not last week. I met a nice couple in the lobby though that I have their information for next year. So you know,
Nice.
softly.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned the traction from your video because that's something we're going to talk about today is a putting the everything we've learned so far into action day. So we've added a couple people here I see, so I'm going to give it a couple more minutes. Um, Herb, how are your listings?
So with the new price change for that Cambridge house, we've actually been getting a lot of book showings. We'll see. I think the small issue with this particular home, it's very unique. It's a very unique, different home that people are used to. And so it's a little bit of a tough sell. It's a beautiful home, it's open space, it's designed well, but because it's so different and unique, it's a hard sell. But we priced it well now, thanks to Scott, because when you compare my price versus the homes that are in that area, there's no comparison. This home kills it. But because it's so unique,
What's unique about it?
it used to be it's an 1889 cottage that was
Oh,
completely uh, gutted and redone on the inside. But the design of it is different. So you walk in, it's a big open space, kitchen. The main bedroom is upstairs. The two bedrooms is towards the back. There's no direct access to the backyard from the kitchen. So if you're barbecuing or hosting, you have to go through the hallway where the bedrooms are, through the back, to the side, and then to the kitchen. So in terms of design, it's a little strange for people. There's
yeah.
no basement. It's a crawl space. So it's perfect for storage, but that's about it. You can't use it like to live in. So,
Mhm.
when you compare that house to others, other people like, the basement, the bedrooms upstairs, the main living room. So if they're looking for traditional, they're gonna find it.
So a lot of people just love Victorian homes, and like I've got clients that like want a Victorian home, and then they're really surprised when the basement is just like a pile of rubble, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, because it
exactly.
usually
Yeah.
is. Everyone I've showed them, the basement's just been a mess,
Yeah.
and, so they're kind of getting used to that. But Yeah, you have to lean into the whole Victorian charm, I guess.
That's right. Well, this one, at least the basement is
Oh,
clean. It's usable for storage. The problem again for this basement is you don't have stairs to get to the basement. You have a ladder. So
yeah.
so if you plan to store stuff in there, that's going to be the tricky part. And so that's the tough selling point of this home. Other
Can
than
you
that,
put a
it's
slide?
wonderful.
To make a slide.
Yeah, make a slide. I wish.
All right. Well, I don't see anyone else joining us. So we'll get started. The first thing I wanted to do was just give some people their flowers. I've seen some people change up their marketing and stuff like that. So the first one's actually Julia, seeing more consistency on social media. Julia and her team actually called me last week to really go through some of the aspects of creating a video, what to do, and everything like that. So kudos to Julia for diving in. And Kathy hasn't joined us yet. I'm not sure if she's going to join us today, but something I saw from her was really repurposing the content she's already been making. So Kathy has a value first newsletter. So it's not about a listing, it's not about a recently sold anything like that, but it's just about general information about her area and the real estate market. And she's posted that in a Facebook group. So not only is that newsletter going out, she's downloaded those as images and posted them in a Facebook group. So I want to shout out Kathy as well. As you can see from our presentation here, this is time to turn learning into lessons. So we're going to talk about what we've already found out. So remembering what we know about posting. So with Instagram posting, so we know that posts are standalone or carousel. So those are single or multiple images. We know that reels actually do best, and those are the vertically shot videos. And then stories are your daily updates and stuff like that. So when we're talking about posting, a lot of the time we're talking about what you can see in the feed when you scroll. So reels and photos. Facebook posting, a lot of that is done in the feed, just like with Instagram, but you also have groups and marketplace. TikTok posting, these are mostly straight up videos with very catchy hooks, very original content, very natural content, not overproduced, stuff like that. And then lastly, we have YouTube, where we talked about some of the ideas and podcast style and video elements that YouTube in itself offers. And then the last thing we talked about was if you don't call, they won't act. So with all that in mind, I have added our Google Drive to the chat on Zoom. So in there, you'll find resources on marketing. You'll find all of our slideshows here. So all of this where it says Instagram posting, Facebook posting, everything we just went through, all of those in more detail you'll find in the Google Drive. So I have a task for everyone for the next 10 minutes. So for the next 10 minutes, I want you guys to check out the information about 15 Venture Way in Thorold. The photos are already in the Google Drive. And for the next 5 to 10 minutes, I want you guys to think about how you would uniquely market this property. You're more than welcome to download and start putting photos into Canva. If in the next 5 minutes, the only idea you have is I want to do a video, then that's fine with me. But the next 5 to 10 minutes, I want you guys to sit and check out the listing, think about, the last few weeks, what's been something on your mind, what's something we've talked about that you've wanted to try doing, but maybe haven't gotten around to doing it or learning what you need to learn about it. So sit with that. And then when we come back in about 5 to 10 minutes, we're going to share. And then we're each going to help each other tweak the ideas And then I'm going to help on my end create those ideas into reality. And we'll go through exactly how we do that. Sound good?
Yes, did you share the drive or?
Yeah, it was in the chat. I can add it again. Let me stop sharing my screen here.
Why don't I see the chat? Oh. Thank you.
Yep, no problem. I'll send the listing as well, so you can check out the details there. And if at any point you guys have questions or you're really stuck, just speak up. And then I'll regroup us, like I said, in about 5 to 10 minutes. Hey, Matthew.
Hey, how's it going? I'm in the office today, so that's good.
Oh, perfect. I mean, you can come join me if you want. But the task that we're working on is just in the chat there. We have a listing in the chat, and we're just trying to be inspired by what we've learned so far in the social media power hour sessions. and create an idea on how you would market this on social media. We'll regroup with everyone in a few minutes. I have my own ideas written down, and I can tell you I have absolutely no idea how I'm going to do one of them, but maybe if I share, you guys can help me. I know for myself, I've had the pictures for a few days more, obviously, than you guys. So my ideas were kind of quicker coming to me. How is everyone feeling? Do you feel like you need more than one more minute, or you feel like you are ready to share? You're good? We'll let Matthew go first just so he has a few more minutes with. No, we'll give him time. But okay, who would like to share their idea first on how would you market this listing on um on socials?
I think
Yeah.
I think you should take the pictures, and I was playing around with the feature with the slide, so you kind of melt into a different picture. So take the empty picture and then slide it into a virtually staged one. So you can get a look of what it looks like empty and then what it would look like furnished.
Ooh. From empty to virtually staged.
I don't know if you have more pictures, but you might need the straight on ones versus the shot to the corner of a room.
Yeah, we have a few more. We're also waiting. I don't think they've come in yet. The
Oh.
virtually staged ones.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes when you shoot with the corner versus straight on, it looks better staged that way.
Yeah, it was, we didn't know we were getting this listing this quickly. So it was kind of like a rush to,
Yeah, sure.
but
The
yeah,
one thing I would throw in here is you got a big empty basement with a second entrance. I
Yeah.
would stress I don't know if Thor allows accessory dwelling units, but this one seems to be set up for it. I mean, the entrance is off the back. It's a little weird. You got to bring a sidewalk around the side or something, but I would go after that angle.
okay.
Sorry, I'm joining in last minute here. I missed 2 sessions of this mess.
No, you're good. You're good. Okay, I like that. I like that. So Alroy, to be able to share that with people, would that be like a video you would do, or how do you think you would go about doing that?
You could, yeah, I would do it as a video and then maybe use some AI tools to show what that basement could look like finished.
Okay.
Because right now it's completely wide open, but the plumbing and all
Yeah.
that's there. I always look for the angle, what gives this place an edge over something else, and then expand on it. But check the bylaws in Thorold. They probably would
Or
allow it.
call it a mother-in-law suite, right?
Yeah, mother-in-law suite or somewhere to stick the college kids that won't move out or something like that. Have some fun with it.
Yeah.
Built-in
I like
dungeon
that.
for the college kids.
Hey, these are awesome. Would anyone like to go next, or do you need a few more minutes? I can go. Okay. So my first thought um would be a green screen video. So like you see my face, but you have the picture behind me. And I wanted to use the one where you can see like the dot of where the house is, but you can see Thorold behind. And then I would talk more about the area than I would the house. That would be a video that I would want to do. And then this is the one where I said I'm not sure how I would do this. Alroy's probably right on the money with the AI tools, but did anyone ever play on the Wii where you had to like make the little characters of yourself to play on the Wii remotes? They were called Mii's, M-I-I.
We have one of
So
those still.
yeah, okay, so do we. And I just imagined like the little me walking like through the floor plan, and then it would stop, and the next slide would be like that room. And then it would go back to the me walking through the floor plan, and then it would show like a picture of that room. So I have no idea how I'm gonna do that, but I thought that would be cool.
Yeah, so in me, you get those your virtual guys that Facebook has, your person, maybe get that running through a room somehow. That would be
Yeah, that would be a good one. Write that down. Herbie, got any ideas that you want to share?
Yeah, I'm creating it now.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
Matthew, I
downloading
know.
it.
Yeah, okay. Um, Matthew, do you have any thoughts, or do you need some more time looking at the photos?
It's kind of a stretch here, but it's an empty house. So what about making a drone video inside? I don't know, you'd have to be really good at it, but it'd be a different kind of angle of a video or something. Something that's I've never seen before. Obviously, it's kind of different, but with an empty house, you don't have to worry about furniture or anything like that. Or it
Yeah,
follows you around as you do a video. I don't know, just kind of a different thing.
yeah. If you were to do the drone inside video and have it follow you around, what would you talk about?
I would just do a tour of the house, maybe, yeah, like you said, talk about things you could do to the house, like the in-law suite downstairs, and just kind of have it follow you around, and it just kind of a different view of a video that you never usually see, right?
I like that, especially because one of my other ideas was a walkthrough video.
Yeah, you go up and down the house, like just in a different way than what you normally could do with a gimbal or holding a phone, right?
Yeah.
You'd have to be really
Oh,
good with the
Herb,
drone.
Herb has already sent us something.
Something quick that I slapped together, but I know people love carousels. They love looking at pictures and everything. So you can either do the swiping that Michelle always pushes, which is great because it's interactive where you swipe and you can look, or you can do the video like that. And I mean, I created that in within a couple of minutes. So, and all you need to do is add music.
Yeah. Herb, what application did you use for that?
Canva.
Canva?
And that was the free account. So I didn't even pay for that.
Yep.
That was all free.
So Canva video with some pictures, some text. And I saw the call to action to book a showing, which was good. Based on what we have learned the last few weeks, just taking this video fresh off the mind, what would be something you would add based on what we've learned so far?
Who, me?
Anybody
Oh,
can
anybody.
share. So we'll go back here. So let's say we were to post to Instagram. So you can see here, okay, under Reels. Anyone want to pick out
A
something?
voiceover, I guess.
A voiceover? That's exactly
Yeah.
what I was thinking.
Yeah. The one you did
So-
for me was, I mean, it was terrific.
Thank you. So yeah, the voiceover, I would say definitely the video's engaging, but instead of a trending audio, maybe this is one where you do a voiceover and you say, you know, just listed this, everything you would say, put text on the video, you say instead. One thing about any type of the videos that, you know, I did for Julia or Matthew's talking about where you're walking through the house, people do want to see the inside of the house. So when you have a lot of graphics, it's kind of hard to see what's behind. So definitely taking the words, Herb, that you wrote, which were great, the open concept kitchen, the price, everything like that, but turning it into the voiceover allows them to see the house better. So other than that, I thought it was great. And you can actually do, I do all of my voiceovers and everything in whatever app I'm using. But if you are familiar with Canva, you can also do voiceovers in Canva and export that video and then post that everywhere. So, and then we have, so Julia, the pictures, the slide effect from empty to virtually staged, I really like that. If we were gonna do, I would say, again, a reel like that, that would be one where instead of doing a voiceover, I would actually either add a text over the front. So looking at that reel section again, what's your hook? Because we don't want them to look at an empty room and then lose them before 2 seconds in where it slides to the virtually staged, right?
I play on the address venture and adventure and how, you know, create your own adventure on Venture Way and then
I
show.
love that.
I like a pun though, so it's my thing. I like puns.
Look, I am all for the dad jokes.
Yeah.
Love a good dad joke. But yeah, I like all of these. I like that a lot of them are unique to your own styles. As for Matthew, you had said, you know, a drone video, but really just a tour of the inside of the house, especially it being vacant, to describe to them what their options are, as Alroy was saying. So let's kind of work off of that. Matthew, you're going to be there for the open house on Saturday, right? Should I come and we do a walkthrough video for socials? Yeah?
Problem is, I'm not too great on video.
That's okay. That's, look, I said together. You can say
Okay.
all the ums and ahs that you want, and then I'll just cut it out.
Okay, there's gonna be a
Yeah,
lot though.
all good. But I can go first. You can be my cameraman. I'll go first, and then you can go.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds
And
good.
anyone on the call, does anyone want to join us on Saturday? No? That's okay.
I'm in Hamilton.
Can't do it. I'm way up in Peterborough Saturday.
No, I know. But yeah, so I know Matthew's hosting the open house this Saturday, so you can definitely expect us to do videos for that. And that's, I know for Matthew, how his idea will come to fruition. What I want to do now is kind of show you guys the way in which I would do any of these other things. So, Roy, what AI tools do you use when you do any of your marketing?
Oh, put me on the spot here. I use ChatGPT or Perplexity a lot for my write-ups. I'm terrible at write-ups.
We all have a strength, and we all have AI tools to help us in what is not our strength, and that's okay. Those are definitely two that I would recommend using. Does anyone use any other AI tools? They can be for anything. They can be for write-ups, photos, videos.
I find that I just circle through a bunch. I don't know why I can't stick to one, but I've tried Gemini and I've tried ChatGPT and Notebook. It depends on what you're looking for, but I did try one of those, the cartoon type storyboard that you had done somewhere. I can't remember where, which was kind of interesting, which makes you kind of launch into different ideas. I don't know.
Yeah, so that one specifically I did on Gemini.
Right.
I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here. I'm gonna go into Canva so we can start kind of creating some of these ideas. And I'll walk you through how I do that. So first things first, I know that for all of these, they would be considered a reel. So with Canva open, I'm gonna click onto social media. And I'm gonna find the one that says Instagram Reel. So here we go. This at least just formats it properly for me. The next thing I'm gonna do is, if I didn't already have the photos, I'm going to uploads and I'm uploading files. So I'm gonna upload all those photos. Right where it says upload files, you just click on there and you would be able to select whatever videos, pictures, even audio that you wanted to add. So first thing I'm gonna do is, I would like this photo, but I want it to take up the whole screen. So I'm actually gonna click and drag and like move my cursor just on the perimeter of the template. It spreads out across the template to fill in the entire area, which is great. So now that I have that there, because I don't have the virtually staged photos yet, I'm gonna go off of Julia's idea on the slide effect. So let's say I want this one, and then I would like another photo in here. So I'm gonna click on, well, let's upload some photos, shall we? So we have all of them. So let's say I want this one, and I'm just holding down the Command key and selecting multiple photos. So now they're all uploading here on the left. And what I really like about Canva is the quality stays the same. So whether you're importing or you're exporting, the quality of whatever the photo is, it remains the same, which is great. So now that I have this, let's say the next photo I want to do is the house. So I want to do the house next, or sorry, the front door. Do the front door next. And I'm just editing the size of it manually. Just want, there we go. That door really in the center there. So let's say I want to transition between these two. So I have this photo here, and then when I go to click play, it just kind of like slides to the next one, right? So in general, under animation here, so I have my cursor selected on the photo, I click animate, and you have different types of animation for your photo, for your page. So you have different type of reveal photos. So if I selected this one, that's how that photo would be revealed to me. On the left here, you can see beside style, there's a little crown icon. So when you see the little crown icon on Canva, unless you have the pro version, that's not going to work for you. So you want to make sure that whatever features you're selecting don't have that. They do have some pretty cool ones. And when you're working with them, you can see that you can animate both on enter and exit or on them individually. There's tons of different ones. There's a blurred one, all the things kind of that you would see on PowerPoint as well. So now when we go to see the picture, you can see that that one blurs in, blurs out, and then that one pans in. So if I wanted them both to pan in, I could say pan. And there we go. We see obviously the picture pans to the next one. So that's how you would do kind of the slide effect, or one of the ways you can do the slide effect when you're going between photos. As for green screen, I want to try something else here. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to head over to my phone. Who has done green screens through Instagram or TikTok before? Matthew, Herb, you guys want to talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, it's a great way to I've done it for news articles and stuff like that when interest rates have gone down or I want to highlight a property. I've done that and it's really simple. I try to put my phone on a stand and make it nice and stable and just use the green screen and record, you know, and it's not too hard. It's super easy.
It is super easy.
Yeah. And
Matthew, do you want to talk? Yeah.
I find people are more engaging because if they see my face at the bottom, you know, wherever, and then the video, whatever is playing in the background, it's more engaging that way, I find, because whenever I come across that, I'm watching it. So
Yeah, and it definitely has to do with people do want to see who's behind the camera. So as much as they, enjoy hearing you, so talking about the video I did for Julia, how it was just the voiceover, people also want to see you. And sometimes that means it's just, some B-roll video of you, putting a sign on the lawn or whatever. But sometimes that means it's you in front of the camera. Matthew, do you want to talk about your experience with using green screen at all?
It was mostly with Herbert, but I find if you're not good on the camera, it's a lot easier because the focus is on less on you being on the camera and worrying about where you have to walk to or be at, and you can highlight more of the information, but you're still on the screen. So it's kind of like a happy medium of you're still on the screen, but it's just a lot easier to do versus you being the focal point of the video.
Yeah, it's such a good point. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here. So here you can see my phone. And what I've done here really is I've opened Instagram. I've gone to click add, and someone's calling me. Oh. That was supreme timing. So all I've done is click the little add plus button on the top left corner there. And what happens is the first thing that comes up is Reels. So you can slide from stories to different posts. Anything you want to create is there for you. So now I'm on my Reels. You can see my gingerbread houses there. But if I do that, I'd like to go back, please. There we go. Oh. Oh, remind me, I also wanted to show you the changes on Instagram recently. On the left here, you have the menu. So on here, you have the create option, boomerang, layout. You can do AI images. So in here, they use the Meta AI to create different images based on what you tell it to create, which is pretty cool. And then here we have the different types of features, obviously, that you can use. But in this menu here, you'll see one that says green screen. And that's where you would go in. And as Herb says, there is a feature where you can have it behind you, but in the front, it's your face, you're talking, your audio. Anyone that follows David Greenspan, who's one of the speakers that we usually have for keynote addresses, he's also done some of our in-house coaching. He uses that feature a lot. And just as Matthew and Herb were saying, it's most of the time based on articles that are pretty prevalent in real estate, a lot of the time about market updates and stuff like that. So that is, you know, based off of one of the ideas I had thought about in the listing. I wanted to share how you would go about making that green screen. And then while we were chatting, I wanted to see what types of descriptions based on kind of the dad joke vibe, in a dad joke way, for a listing at 15 Venture Way, using venture as the keyword. So I always highly recommend using things like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, whatever it is that you use to enhance the ideas that you already have. Or take this, for example, and say, okay, I want to use, you know, the joking, the dad joke theme, and base that off of venture. And as Julia had said, you know, create your own adventure. Like, I think that's great. And this just gives you a kind of one up. So for example, listing description one-liners, dad joke style based on 15 Venture Way. Some ventures are risky. Buying this home, that's just smart investing. I like that one. Every great venture starts with a solid foundation, and this one literally has one. Ready to venture into your next chapter. Those are all pretty funny. I like those. But everyone's style is going to be different. So I'm definitely going to be working on me walking through the floor plan and then scanning to the actual picture of the room. Once the virtually staged photos come in, I'm gonna upload them into that Google Drive. And then Julia, I'll send you a message, and you and I can work together and like how we would create what you had mentioned. Alroy definitely will look into the accessory dwelling, and as Julia said, maybe just call it a mother-in-law suite. because I do think that would be a really good video for you to do. As you said, you always try and find what it could be. So I think that would be great for you. Matthew, you and I are going to do videos, and Herb came up with probably the fastest video I've seen in my life. So what I do want to do is, because we've learned so much already, and you guys are getting more comfortable posting, I do want to see these things posted. I want to work with you to generate these ideas into actual content. So the next time that you have a listing that, I mean, you can always call me for help, but I want you all to feel more comfortable doing all this on your own, because it is very important to be marketing on social media. So for anyone that joined later, Matthew and I will be at 15 Venture Way in Thorold on Saturday before the open house. So probably in the morning. And if you would like to come shoot content with us, we will be there. Just let me know. But I would like to thank everyone for participating today. Does anyone have any questions about what we talked about? Or any last minute ideas that you want to throw out there that you and I can work together to create?
Yeah, one quick note for everybody here. You know, Canva and the other companies out there, they all have templates. So if you do a search for, let's say, real estate open house as an example, you'll find a template and you can actually use that template and then just add your own pictures super quick. All the production in terms of the way that camera pans around and transitions and the wording has already been done for you. You just change, you know, the wording a little bit on that. It's done, ready to go. And that's why I created that video so quickly. I just found a template, I copied it, done.
Yeah, very good point. These marketing apps, these AI apps, they want you to do well. They want you to continue to use their product. So they want that product to be good. So there are definitely quicker ways to do things. I know I've mentioned this to most of the people on the call who's asked about the video I did for Julia. I did all of that right in Instagram. So I took all the videos just regular on my phone, stood in one place, panned around the room. Once I left the condo, I uploaded them all to Instagram through the Reels tab. I put them all together in the order that I wanted them. And I clicked voiceover and I just started talking, and I basically read the listing description. So these are easy ways to start creating listing videos. And as I said to Julia, I've been wanting to do this. I've been wanting my content to be more real estate focused with listings and stuff, but in a way that is eye-catching. So yeah, so I hope that you guys are also on the same path as me, wanting to build more consistency with social media, more consistency with videos. As I said, Julia, definitely, I've seen more consistency out of you. Kudos to you for really diving in. And yeah, that's all for me today. I did want to finish up a few minutes early just to respect the moment of silence at 11 a.m. So everyone has that time. But does anyone have any final thoughts? Anything they want to add? Okay, then Julia, Alroy, Matthew, and Herb, I will be reaching out to you guys individually to help us all work on the content that we talked about today. James, Hunter, I saw Gerardo on here earlier. Anyone that was on this call or is watching this call and you have ideas on what you want to do or anything like that, please message me. I'm happy to work with you, even if the idea is I want to do a video. I don't care how basic the idea is, I'm happy to do it with you. I will share this. After one of our last calls, Chantel, who did the video that we had talked about, she messaged me and she said, okay, the only idea I have is to incorporate the Louvre heist into some content. How do I do it? And I'm pretty sure within 30 seconds, I texted her back and I said, 3 ways to not have your house robbed like the Louvre during an open house. And so I was like, this is how I would do it. And it's like how to protect your house so it doesn't end up like the Louvre during an open house. And you first open it up with the ways my team protects the house, and then additional things we recommend during an open house and stuff like that. So, and she loved it. She thought it was hilarious. So use the creativity of our team. It's there for you to use. I love how collaborative we are. And just continue the consistency, continue the creativity. And yeah, I'm here if you need anything. Thanks for another awesome session, guys, and participating. Herb, thank you so much for the fireworks. I would like that every day if you can do that. Thank you so much. And yeah, have a great week. Everyone here is from Plus, so I'll see you all tomorrow anyways. But yeah, have a good rest of your Tuesday. Bye, guys.